Hello and welcome to the Horsemanship and Mindset podcast with your host, Kimberly Dunn of Idlewild Horsemanship and Mindset Coaching. This podcast is here to bring you the very best in tips, tricks, and advice to help you better understand yourself, your mindset, and your horse, because your horsemanship starts with you. Let's go. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Horsemanship and Mindset podcast. As always, I am absolutely blooming delighted to have you here. I hope you've had a wonderful week and I hope that you enjoyed last week's special meditation episode. If you have not listened to it yet, I invite you to go back, give it a listen. It's only something like 10 minutes long and it's just a lovely little reset for you. If you've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed or maybe you're feeling a little bit anxious, whatever it is, it's a really great moment to just kind of come back to yourself and relax, which we all need. So, this week's episode, I'm going to be talking about comparison. Something that we as human beings suffer from a lot from time to time. As equestrians, we certainly suffer from it. And in today's age, with the wonder that is social media, it becomes easier and easier to fall into little holes of comparison or big holes of comparison. And I myself, in the last week, found myself falling down that hole. And so I thought it would be a really good time to talk about it. Yeah, comparison is, it can be tough. It can be tough. I'm lucky. Well, I'm not lucky. I am fortunate now in that I've done a lot of work on this. And so when it did pop up, despite it bringing up, those old horrible feelings and those old horrible thoughts, I was able to recognize it happening and pull the plug before it turned into a whole flipping spiral of doom that leaves me depressed and rocking in a corner. Which can be, that can happen. But luckily, yes, well, not luckily, fortunately, I need to stop saying luckily because it's not luck, it's work. But yeah, fortunately, I have the skills, I have the resources to bring myself out of that, to recognize what's going on, and to be able to tackle it. So today, I'm going to talk on that. And then I am also going to share with you some tips to help you if you've been falling under that little spell of comparisonitis. Yeah, it sucks. So what usually happens now, when you are falling into that little hole is you'll see something on the yard or at the barn or at a competition or at an event where you see, if this is a horsey scenario, so you'll see someone with their horse and you'll think, oh, I wish I could ride like that. I wish I had a horse like that. Um, I wish I had a lorry like that or a horse trailer or whatever. Wish I was at that level. Um, and you see this person or this horse or this thing, and it makes you feel less than. You fall into that hole of, well, yeah, they've got it because they're better than me in whatever way that is. I'm not enough, is usually what comes up. I'm not enough. I'm behind. I'm not good enough. I'm never going to get to that level. It's okay for them because they've got X, X, and X, and that's what's helped them to get there. And therefore, I should just give up. What's the point? Because I'm never going to get there. These are the things that pop up, and this is the spiral that can happen. Um, Keeping it as vague as possible, what happened with mine was something popped up on social media. I saw it. I thought, "Flipping heck." And it triggered me, and I started having thoughts popping up of, "Oh, well, they're gonna do this, this, and this. They're gonna be this, this, and this. It's gonna mean I can't do this, this, and this," or blah, 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 blah. "Well, they've got this, and so they've got a boost, and I haven't. And what if they get to this place in less time than me after I've put all this hard work in?" Da, 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 da. And it becomes like a whole thing. And I very nearly, I could feel it coming, like um, desire or this pull into the spiral of doom. If I'd have let myself, I could have fallen down that hole. I could have spiraled. I could have got into, well, I should just give up. That's what's at the bottom of this spiral for everyone is I should just give up because what is the point? And that feels, gonna be honest, I'm gonna be frank, like shit. It is not a fun or nice feeling. It can be pretty devastating if you let yourself get there, which I didn't. But it can feel physically like that sinking feeling, like that sinking in your chest or in your tummy of just like, I should just stop. I should just give up. What is the point? That is the bottom line with comparison. Um, yeah, so it's not fun. So I recognized it happening. Um, could feel myself being pulled. Like it's an old kind of core wound, if you like, for me, of like that I'm not enough, I'm not good enough. Which do you know what? I think pretty much every single person has this somewhere in some way from something that's from some kind of conditioning or something that's happened throughout their lives. This always pops up for people. And core wounds are kind of what ones that have been conditioned in that will pop up every now and then. And this is why it's so important that we have that self-awareness there. And we can do like, I help people and I've helped myself and other people have helped me. Like originally I had hypnotherapy, which is how I got into it. You can work on all this stuff, but life is life and things pop up that will, even though you've done a lot of work on one quote unquote wound, every now and then that scar tissue there is going to be poked by something that directly kind of connects to this wound. But the difference is you have the awareness, you have the tools, and you have now the ability to see it, recognize it, do something about it so that it doesn't affect you in the same way that it would. If this had happened 3 years ago, say, I would definitely have spiraled. I would have had more of a visceral physical response to it. It probably would have given me anxiety. It probably would have made me like, probably for a few days, like quite snappy or just, yeah, I would have been a whole thing. But where I am now, it was just oh, that doesn't feel great. Oh God, I could really let myself go down this hole if I wanted to. And some old thoughts might pop up like what's the point in you doing this? You should just give up. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, like I said, I have the tools now to tap into it. So for you, this could look like you see something on Instagram or on TikTok or wherever, whatever platform you use. And someone's got a great horse, someone's got a great lorry, someone's doing all the things that you want to be doing. And it could feel like that for you. It could feel like, oh, I'm never going to be good enough. But I'm here to tell you, you are. I'm here to tell you that we are all on our own journeys in life and with our horses. And it doesn't matter who this other person is, who this other horse is, the experiences they've had, the money they've got, the stuff they've done. It doesn't matter. You are not them. They are not you. It is pointless to compare yourself because the only way that it would make sense is if you have lived the exact life. If you're a carbon copy of this person and their life, then you can compare. But until then, like there is literally no point. You are you, they are them, your horse is your horse, your journey is your journey, and that's it. So eyes off them, eyes on what you want to do. The other thing that is really, really helpful with comparison, aside from if you're being really, really triggered by this thing, then just block them on social media. Don't look at their page. If it's really triggering for you, just don't. Just disengage from it. But then always really important to look at, okay, but why am I feeling this way? Why is this made me feel this way? Um, but the other really powerful thing you can do with comparisonitis is to switch the feeling, reframe that thought to, this is activating me. This isn't triggering me. This is activating me. This is reminding me what I want, what I am seeing in this person, in this thing, in this horse, whatever, what they're doing is something that I want. It's showing me this feeling that I want that. So, what can I do to make sure that I get there? What can I do to make that happen for me? What do I need to put into place? Okay. So, here are the actual tips that I've noted down. If you find yourself in this comparison spiral, to help pull you back out again, here's what we're going to do. Number one, remember their path is not your timeline. Just because they look like they're rising fast or they're doing a great job at what they're doing, or they look like they're better than you, whatever, it does not mean that you are behind. You are on your own sacred timeline. Your timeline is there for you to learn what you need to learn, to grow how you need to grow, based on your own life, based on your own experiences, based on you and your horse, not theirs. Okay? So remember, their path is not your timeline. Number two, notice what's being mirrored. Notice what it is that's activating you. Often, we compare ourselves most to people who reflect our next level, where we want to be. So instead of spiraling, instead of getting sucked into that hole of doom, ask, what is this showing me about what I want? And then ask, how can I get there? What can I put in place to make sure I get there? And three, protect your nervous system. Mute, mute them, block them, step away. And look, this isn't about being petty. This isn't about shutting it down. This is regulation. This is you curating your space, your online space, with the same care that you would your physical one. If it's causing you that horrible feeling inside, if it's triggering that feeling inside, get rid of it, cut it out. But then be sure to don't just forget it. Look at, okay, right, that's out my way now. What do I need to look at within myself? What do I need to work on? What is this showing me that I want? Okay, so don't just kind of get rid of it, take it out of your way, but also, glean some goodness from this. Number four, take your power back through action. Instead of freezing, instead of making yourself small, instead of shrinking back and falling into that, why should I bother? What can you do to move forward? Even a small step will get you your voice back, will get you your goals back, and brings you back to your own lane. So maybe you've seen this person win this competition or do this thing. Well, what are you going to do to get there? Why don't you book a lesson? Why don't you sit down and make a plan? Why don't you speak to a coach? Why don't you speak to a mindset coach? Something like that to help you move forward. Number five, have a word with your inner child. If you would like assistance with this, then you know where I am. So, if comparison is making you feel like you're not good enough or like you're never gonna get to where you want to be, there's a younger part of you in there crying out. What is the little version of you? What does that little version of you need? That little 7-year-old self that's living within you, give her some love. She needs you. So, how can you help her? What can you give her? And if you want any support with that, you know where I am. This is my, what's the word? Zone of genius, perhaps. Okay. Number six, repeat this truth. Okay. So if you right now, where you are, have been falling in that little comparison hole, feeling less than, I want you to just really hone in on this moment. Just take a breath, let it out, and repeat after me. What is mine cannot be missed. I am not late. What is for me will not pass by me. My energy is enough. I rise in my own time. So, so I hope that was helpful. If you have been suffering with comparison, then please know it's normal. We all do it. It doesn't matter how much of quote unquote the work you've done, how confident you feel. This is going to pop up and give you a poke now and then, like it did me last week. And know that if that does happen, it doesn't mean you've failed, doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you are a human being. You have feelings, you have goals, you have dreams, and that is just perfect. Okay? What matters is how we work with that we recognize it, that we take action on it, and that we move forward from it. Okay? So if this episode landed for you and you know that it's time to stop shrinking, stop spiraling, and start heading into calm, confidence, and joy with your horse again, then I would absolutely flipping love it if you came to join me in the Rewire and Ride Summer School. Oh my goodness. So this, as the podcast comes out today on Friday, the whatever Friday is, hang on, let me look at my calendar quick. Friday the 4th. Oh, it's tomorrow. um, Friday the 4th is announcement day, official announcement day for the Rewire and Ride Summer School. So if you're listening to it close to then, oh my goodness, you are lucky because it's the early bird. So we are starting on the 24th of July, and it's a 6-week program to help you rewire your mindset, understand your nervous system and your horse's mindset as well, and build the kind of calm confidence that lasts. So it is only £188 until the 7th of July. So that's when it's on early bird. So basically, if you're listening on Friday, the price is going up at the end of the day on Monday. It's going up to 222. Now, this summer school includes over 6 weeks, weekly Zoom calls, tools that you're going to get each week. So that might be some PDFs, it might be audio tools, it might be some hypnotherapy, some tapping, all the good stuff. And because it's a community school, you will be added into a WhatsApp community where the magic will continue. Each week, we'll be sharing wins, support, the resources, all of the stuff. It's going to be flipping awesome. And it is done in such a way because I'm aware we are getting into the summer holidays. It is all done in such a way that you can still do this. If you've got kids off, if you're popping off away on holiday, you're not going to miss out. You're going to get recordings. It's going to be good. I promise. So if you've got any questions, send me a DM on the socials, pop me an email. I'll pop my email address in the show notes below. And I will also pop the link so you can grab your spot while it's at the early bird price. You can get on it right now. So yeah, if you've been stuck in your head, you've got nerves, you've been comparing, then this is your invitation to make that shift. I would absolutely love to see you inside. It's going to be so cool. I've been working away on all of the stuff in the background and I'm very happy with it and I can't wait to bring it to you. So there we are. Anyway, that's enough of that. I hope this week's episode was helpful. I will see you again next week for another episode. Have a great weekend. That is all from me. Over and